Hey guys, this video today is geared mostly towards my fellow humans that are living with cystic fibrosis, but what I'm about to share can actually be useful to every human, really. So I want to talk a little bit today about Continuum and some of the benefits of Continuum that I think are specifically important for those living with cystic fibrosis, and why Continuum has been such an amazing tool, way of life, exploration for me as an individual living with CF. So one of the things about Continuum is that it deals with using breath, sound, imagery to meet the fluid system both within our body and externally, but that's for another video. So let's just focus on what happens within the body today. So we use and we make sound with our body to explore different areas in the body that might be stuck, different places where we can find nourishment through the fluid of our body. And let's face it, cystic fibrosis is a disease of stickiness, so not as much fluidity as speaking of which, not as much fluidity as we would like or as would be ideal. So here's this modality that specifically deals with fluidity and creating more fluidity in the body. So first of all, why not? It's definitely a little bit outside, or for some people a lot bit outside of the box, because for one, we're making sounding. So that means you make sounds, actual sounds with your voice. So one sound that I use a lot to help kind of clear my lungs to get things moving is something called a puffed O. So I'm in a public place at a park and actually was just doing Continuum, which is what inspired me to do this video. So I'm gonna go for it out here in public anyways. That's what I've been doing more of lately. Again, maybe a topic for another video. But here's one of the first sounds. So the puffed O looks and sounds something like this. So when I was first starting working with Continuum, I definitely could not make a puffed O for that long. My breath capacity just wasn't, it didn't cut it. I couldn't get that much sound out and couldn't have that much of an extended breath. It does make you cough. It does help me bring stuff up and get stuff moving in the lungs for sure. So another sound that we explore with is something called an E. Is a pretty easy sound. So the puffed O and the E are contrasting sounds, and we use those together in the body to try and start to get contrasting breath, contrasting movement in the body, and create change. Meet places that are kind of stuck. So with the puffed E, you can really feel that widening and spreading vibration in the body. So there's lots of sounds. There's a lunar breath, which I could share with another video if there's interest. That breath has helped me get through situations where I haven't used that anesthetic. Things like putting in PICC lines without the anesthetic, things where prepping for in the initial, when the scope goes back into your nose for a bronchoscopy, all sorts of things I've used it for. So I feel like Continuum for me has been an incredible tool specifically for living a life with CF. One, it has improved my breath capacity, my ability to breathe fuller and longer, absolutely for sure, without a doubt. It's helped me to meet the fluidity within my body and be able to move more freely in that. It's helped with my accessory breathing muscles, helping them to be open through my chest, my pecs, my diaphragm. It's helped with my sinuses in my head. It's helped my whole body, my whole spine. So if there's interest here, I would love to maybe do an online class or series for those who have CF. So I know that, obviously we're not allowed to gather in person, and it would be a lot more ideal to have a class in person. And so if you have access to a Continuum teacher near you, I would say absolutely go for it. Don't be shy. Get out there. At least give it a try. And if you're having trouble finding a teacher, there is a Continuum Teachers Association website that lists teachers all around the world. There's also a Continuum Movement website that lists teachers. And if you're still having trouble, get in contact with me and maybe I can help you find one locally. But in the meantime, if you can't get yourself to an in-person class, I'm definitely very open to hosting an online virtual cystic fibrosis specific class. So let me know maybe in the comments below if you are interested in that. And if the interest is there, I will do it happily, very happily. And for those who don't have CF but are just interested in Continuum and have worked with me before or want to try working with me, I think I'm going to do another virtual series because the last one seemed to work out well. Again, I do think it's better if you can be in person. So I'm hoping to also get a series up and running here in Denver once I can find a place that will let me teach out of it. But in the meantime, I'm happy to continue the virtual work with people. I think absolutely without a doubt, this work has helped me physically, it's helped me emotionally, I've grown spiritually through this work, and I also just think it's part of my offering, part of my gift in the world, so I'm committed to continuing with this style of exploration. So I hope that I have piqued your interest, and we'll see where it goes from here. All right, guys, see you next time.